Alright guys, Rab here from Rabtastic Paints, back again with another new game. This week we're playing Call to Arms, Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. It's kind of just Skyrim. I think there's a couple of Elder Scrolls Online characters, but at the moment it's mostly Skyrim guys, which I love because I love Skyrim. Made by Modiphius, not Mephidius, Modiphius, the same people that make Fallout Wasteland Warfare, and it's a very similar game, in much the same sense that Fallout 4 is the same as Skyrim, just different reskins. There are more rules and it's more Elder Scrolls flavour to it than obviously a Fallout game, and I'm really enjoyed it. I played a small practice game last night just to get some of the rules and some of the questions out of the way before I filmed this video, and I really enjoyed it. I love Skyrim, I love the Elder Scrolls series. I still remember playing Morrowind. It was one of my first Xbox games that I played, and I was blown away just by how huge the game was, and then finding out that that's just like one area in a whole world. It's fantastic. But less about that, more about the game. There's two modes of the game: battle mode, where you can play against your friends, and delve mode, where you delve into a dungeon and fight against the AI using similar rules to, again, Fallout Wasteland Warfare. I feel like I'm going to consistently say all through the video, just like Fallout, just like Fallout. It's very similar mechanics, and I'm sure they're used in other games as well. But it's got its own AI, you roll to decide what the AI does, and you do it. If it doesn't make sense, you do what would make sense. It's very open like that, but it says, look, if any of the AI are stuck in like a cycle of check, 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 just do what would feel natural. Don't cheat yourself, especially if it's on camera for your YouTube viewers to watch. Don't cheat yourself. We'll go through the scenario that we're going to play and go through the board, and then we'll talk about some very basic rules, but I'm just going to play it as it comes. So we are playing scenario number 1 in the delve mode. This is in the quest book, which you get in the starter set, which is really quite handy. It's called Hold the Gates. Basically, you've got two gates, 4 inches wide here. So I've got, this is a gate here, and that's a gate here. They both have an objective on them, which is like a pulley. You roll a strength test to shut the gates, so that the monsters which all spawn on this side can't get through, and you're trying to like funnel them through these gates. You win by having 14 victory points. So for this, points total, 14 victory points are needed at the end of the game. Now there's a little bit of confusion from me as to when the game actually ends. It doesn't say, so there's no round limit. It says special. It says here, players win the scenario if they've acquired the number of EPs listed in the table below, 14, at the end of the game. I don't know when the game ends, but from reading online, if you shut both gates, the game ends because the opponents can't get through. So, if you run right up and shut the gates, the game's ended, but you don't win because you don't have any victory points. The enemy wins by getting to your table edge. So it'd be a draw. I guess what I'm going to try and do to end the game is get 14 victory points and shut both the gates. So when both the gates are shut, the game is ended. If I've got 14 VPs by then, I'll call it a victory. There are also, these are called oaths, which are like side quests you can do. So if you remove an enemy by closing a gate on them, it's 3 victory points. Basically, the gate will close, we'll call it here on this line, and if anyone's on that line, they're removed from play, just instantly. So don't trap myself in it, that would be smart. The gates are also block line of sight and they're impassable, so these archers over here can't shoot me through it if it's shut. Let them come. I will not close a gate during the game. Can't do that because then the game will never end. And through the gate, I'll have removed an enemy before they've moved through a gate. That's handy because I've got an archer myself as well. So that's the scenario. They will start with 3 opponents on the table, and I'll start with my 2. I'll go through the characters and who's playing now. So my first character and the leader of the group is the Dragonborn. This is the Champion of Skyrim version. She is equipped with a steel sword, a wooden shield and some leather armour. Special ability wise, she has Treasure Hunter as one of her perks, which is really useful. It means that if you pick up a treasure, you get 2 of them. And she's got a special ability called Banish the Wicked, which means she adds a yellow dice to all attacks performed against Daedra, undead, vampire and werewolves. This is handy because all we're fighting today is undead. If I find a silver sword, in the treasure, I think that just makes me unstoppable. And we'll quickly go through the stats here and what they all mean, because it could be a bit confusing if you've never seen it. So, health, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If you run out of it, well, you don't die actually. If you're a hero like this is, obviously, you roll an endurance test and then you can potentially survive. Stamina, you can use stamina to boost your actions. Sprinting, so run faster. You can power attack or precise strike as well. You get one stamina or one magicka back at the end of each turn, which is really handy because it means you can get like a free run pretty much every turn. Magicka, not really relevant because I've not taken any magical spells today. Height, that's for like cover and determining line of sight. Again, that's fine. Cost, how many points they cost? They call them septums in this, just like in Fallout. They call them caps, it's points. Then we've got our main attributes. These are the dice that you need to roll under, so the higher your value, the easier it is to get it. Strength for one-handed, what else is important there? Agility for sneak, that's sneak at the end there, just put it out there. 4 is block, heavy armour, light armour. 3 is magic stuff, we don't really use that, and then wisdom's magic as well, we're not using that either. Potentially lockpick as well, which is under agility on 4, you might have to lockpick a treasure chest if it appears. And that's pretty much the Dragonborn. Let's see my second opponent, my second party member. And of course I forgot to mention, the Dragonborn has a potion of minor healing as well, which can restore yellow dice health points. Might be handy because if you don't get your block up, you can be in trouble. And my second party member is Ralof. He is armed with a hunting bow, which is two-handed, so his axe technically is in his pockets, and a storm cloak cuirass, which is decent enough armour. Now, as for keywords, Ralof has the perk Fighting Stance, which means if he readies up, he gets an extra green dice, I think it is, in melee combat. I can double check that. And Ranger, which means that he can quick equip the axe out of his inventory. So if he gets charged, when he's got his bow out, he can just take the axe out for free. Small errata for him, the sneak icon is not under endurance, it's under agility. Doesn't really make a difference because they're the same stats, the same number, although if he levels up, which is something you can do if you earn enough VPs, yeah, it goes up to 5, so yeah, that's in the wrong place. There's no errata for it, I'll post it up as well. Now leveling up, you can spend 5 VPs to level up your character. It usually gives them an extra stat point, some extra health or stamina maybe, and some new perks. So this would be handy. If he levels up, he gets the steady hand, which means he gets an extra dice if he aim shots again. So it makes him really good at hiding behind cover and shooting enemies. And we'll very quickly go through the enemies. We've got a skeleton archer, we've got 3 of those on play. We've got 3 Draugr with great swords in play, and then finally the big boss is the Draugr Overlord. I quite like actually. He is really dangerous, and he potentially doesn't die when he loses all his health as well. Like your heroes, he has an endurance test to stay on the board. So potentially 7 guys in play at one point. They start off with 3 and it's random, so let's randomly pick who is going to start and play for the adversaries. So here we have our adversaries, which are all numbered 1 to 7. We have to spawn 3 of them, so let's see who goes first. It will be number 6, which is this Draugr warrior, and we'll just do all 3 of them with them here. 1, which is a skeleton archer, and 2. Another skeleton archer. So the game will start with 2 skeleton archers and 1 Draugr warrior. At the end of the turn you draw an event card that will spawn more in 1 or 2, sometimes 3 I think. So yeah, we can fill up pretty quickly. So I've chosen to spawn 1 Draugr there with an archer for backup, and then 1 skeleton archer all the way up there by himself. He's got some cover if you can get to it quick enough, so he'll be fine. For myself, I have spawned the Dragonborn this side, hoping to get to this gate as soon as possible, and Ralof is up there. Now, I start the turn, this turn, and then it goes back and forth. So We'll do my first movement. I'm going to just move the Dragonborn up and shield. So the Dragonborn has sprinted up 9 inches. That's the -1 to her stamina for doing so. And for second action, she's thrown up a block. In this game, unlike many others, you can't do the same action twice. So you can't run, or you can't attack. You've got to do 2 different ones, which is handy because there's so many extra ones like blocking and hiding and like commanding, like trying to buff your own troops as well, that as well. So with that done, it then goes over to the enemy. So the way we've done it is the 3 tokens that we've taken out are here, and we'll just randomly select one of them to see who goes first. It's number 2, which is the skeleton way up at the back, of course, and then we have to roll to see what he does, because it is AI, you can't just choose, although you'll find that you'll probably know exactly what they're going to do. So we roll a black dice. We get 2 stars and the Oblivion symbol, so we check the response matrix. Shadow, yes. The skeletons are shadow, so for the Oblivion symbol it's a attack. So he will move up cautiously, because there's cautious models, get into cover and attack if he can. I don't think he's going to be able to attack in the first turn, so what he'll do is he'll move up into cover and then hide. So there, our skeleton has run up, taking some cover behind these barrels and has hidden. I'm going to say that as far as Ralof is, he doesn't have clear line of sight because of these covers, so he's hidden behind them. On Ralof's turn, he said, you know what, that's a pretty good idea, so he sprinted up behind some barrels and he hid as well. It's good for him because he gets bonus dice if he's attacking from hidden. On to the second enemy activation, and it is number 1, which is this skeleton archer down here. So let's roll the dice for the skeleton archer, see what he'll do. All stars, which for shadow is move, so you move closer to the objective, as close as you can get. The objective is my side of the table, so it's just going to move over. And for the 3rd time this turn, he has moved behind some cover and he's hidden as well. So we've got a lot of sneaky characters on this game, but he's getting close to the gate. We don't want him through there. And that, quite boringly, I'm afraid, sorry, is the end of turn 1. You're not really going to get into combat unless you can shoot very long distances in turn 1. So at the end of turn 1, we remove the stamina marker from each of our heroes. Get rid of that on screen, that's better. And then we draw an event card to see what happens at the end of this turn. So, shadow marks. Choose one piece of scenery no closer than 8 inches from one of your models, if possible. Place a treasure token at random within that scenery piece. Oh, that's good. Let me just see what is 8 inches away. So I have decided to place this treasure token just here. It's further than 8 inches from the Dragonborn, and it's on the way kind of for her, so that's good. Also, she gets the treasure hunter, so it's actually 2 treasures in there. Slightly cheating a bit, but who knows, she might get attacked before she gets there. So start of round 2, activation goes over to the bad guys, and let me see, the event card we said drew 2 extra ones, so we're going to add 2 more to the pile. So who comes out this time? It is number 4, which is a Draugr, and number 3, which is a skeleton archer. So I'll place them on the table and they'll deploy. So the adversaries go first this turn. Let's see who goes first. Just take that one there. That's 1, so that should be a skeleton archer. And it's this skeleton archer here. Let's see what he does on the table. Cross swords. Cross swords is attack. So he'll move closer to the Dragonborn most likely and try and attack. So the skeleton archer has moved forward. He loses his snake token when he moves, and he's placed himself in quite a perilous position. He is cautious, so he'd moved to cover, but there's no real cover there, and he rolled attack, so he wants to move as close as possible and then attack. He's put himself in trouble because if the Dragonborn survives this attack and gets up to that gate, he can potentially shut the gate on his face and kill him. Let's see how it goes. He's attacking at long range, so he gets 2 yellow dice. Double check that. Yep. So does he hit? He needs to score a 3 or lower to hit. That is a 10, and it would have done no damage anyway, so he misses. Over to me, and I will activate the Dragonborn and try and shut this gate on his face. She's going to sprint to see if she can get to base contact with that. It's a very... no, she's not going to get close enough. So she'll sprint up as far as she can, and then she will block. So the Dragonborn has advanced as far as she can towards the gate pulley handle, and then thrown up a block. It goes over to the adversaries now, so we see who activates next. Just take this one here, which is 6. Will be, oh, it's the Draugr over here. So what does he do? Let me just roll a wee dice. Cross swords for might is move. So he'll move as close as he can, aggressively. So he moves aggressively towards the objective, which is this board edge. So we'll move him, and then he'll probably throw up a block with his second action. On to Rayloff's move, and he moved normally, which allows him to keep his sneak token, his hidden token, because he is a shadow hero. So he moved normally, got some cover. I think he's going to take a shot. I was tempted to try and detect that hidden skeleton, but I think I'll just leave it. I'm going to take a straight shot at that Draugr over there in the dark. He gets a yellow dice and a green dice for long range with his bow, but he also gets a red dice from attacking from hidden because he is a hero of shadow. So let's see if there's a hit. A 2 will definitely hit, and it's going to do 5 damage. The Draugr can't block at all, so 5 damage is going to kill him. Well, you can block 2 of them maybe? I think it's a yellow dice for his armour, so none, he's dead, and he will be removed. Now, because there are no surviving models within Rayloff, he keeps that sneak token going into the next round as well. So at the end of this round, we will knock off the stamina for the Dragonborn, and we'll draw another event card. So let's see what happens this time. Detailed maps. Until the start of the next event phase, your models ignore difficult terrain and may reroll climb and jump tests. Handy, but there's not a lot of terrain in this map because I don't have terrain. And they respawn 1 guy as well. So let's see who gets spawned in from the pool. This could be 7, it's the big boy. So the Draugr Overlord is going to be on the table. Let's start the next turn. So I have spawned the Draugr Overlord in the middle of the deployment zone. It might seem unfair, but it's not, because if I spawned him here, there's a chance that the Dragonborn is going to shut the gate, and then he'll have to walk all the way up there anyway. So in the middle is probably the fairest place for it. But I'm going first this time, is my priority. I'm going to go with the Dragonborn, who's going to do a very, very short move. We'll lose our block for moving. And then she's going to attempt to shut this gate on that skeleton. Now, it's a strength test, and the Dragonborn is strength 5, so I need to roll a 5 or lower, and then that could be us. It's a critical. It does nothing. You can't critically close a gate, but he is dead and he'll be removed from play. So I will get 3 points for removing an enemy with the gate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this objective mark here so we know that it's closed. It does block line of sight as well, so they can't shoot me. And that's me up to 5 VPs. I should probably start tracking that on screen for you guys as well. So I'm currently at 5 VPs, 2 kills and 3 for shutting a gate on someone. Now it's on to the enemy to react, who's going to move or do something first. 6, I believe, really unluckily, as this Draugr who's just had the gate shot in his face. I'm going to assume he's going to try and get up there, but let's roll the table anyway. As Oblivion symbol, which is move. So he's going to move as close as he can to the only open gate and throw up a block. So on to Rayloff's turn. He's going to attempt to see this skeleton archer that's hiding behind the cover. So it's an intelligence test, and it is intelligence for 3 for Rayloff, so he needs to get a 3 or lower. That's a critical fail, but he gets to heal a point of health, magic or stamina damage. Doesn't have any of those, so that's wasted. And with his second token, there's not much I can do. I think he's just going to have to stay hidden and end his turn. forget what I said, I'm actually just going to ready up with Reel Off, which means if this skeleton archer here activates and completes an action within my line of sight and range of my weapon, which is anything, so if he activates and moves, he's getting shot. It's like Overwatch, if you played XCOM or any other game like that. But yeah, so let's see which enemy will activate now. It is number 2, which is that skeleton archer, so that was handy. He is going to... Well, what is he going to do? He's going to get shot at some point, but he's going to move. So he's going to try and... or attack, actually. Attack. So he would then try and move into distance, and then he's going to get shot by Reel Off. Ready Up works out of turn, so we'll move him first and then roll for Reel Off to show. So the skeleton is activated and moved up in another cruel twist of fate. I know he's actually just out of the gate shutting on, but we can't shut the gate anyway. Because Reel Off was readied, which will remove his ready token, he will take a shot at him. He was hidden, he is hidden, so he gets a green, a red, and an extra red for being hidden, needing 4 on the dot, and some special effects. Now you can only get one of these special effects, so let's have a look at the bow and see which one's the best. Go on, focus. Cross swords, do I have that one? I'll get piercing, so I'll look at one. So it pierces 1 armour. Let me see. It would be 2 damage, piercing 1. Can the skeleton block it? Blocks 1, but it pierces anyway, and he's dead. So that's another victory point and a dead skeleton. So at the end of that turn we have an extra victory point, so up to 6, which means one of our characters can level up. I'll cover that in a second. We've got no stamina to take or add back for the 2 heroes. We flipped the... that was my activation? No, priority we've got, yeah. We'll flip that back over to the enemy and we'll draw another event card. So what happens this turn? Evasive manoeuvres, you may choose one of your models engaged with an enemy. That model immediately moves up to 3. One at a turn. If there's no eligible model, draw another card. There's none, we're not in combat. So we'll draw another event card. That's a good one, but unfortunately not. What was that? If the adversary rules are in effect, they are: choose a point on the gaming area within 6 inches of one of your models. The adversary spawns on that point instead of a table edge. Oh. Thank God the Draugr Overlord is already in play, because he could potentially spawn 6 inches away in our side of the board, and that would be chaos. So let's see who does spawn in then. It's these ones here. So who's coming out? Number 1, which is a skeleton archer. So skeleton archer will spawn 6 inches from one of my models. Who am I going to spawn him next to? I really want the Dragonborn to get that treasure chest, so I'm going to spawn him 6 inches away from Reel Off. So before we go any further, we are going to spend 5 VPs to level up the Dragonborn, which sounds like cheating, but she is the best character here. She gets a couple of extra perks that are helpful for us. Armsman, which means she adds another dice to her attack rolls. I'm sure it's yellow, although if she boosts and she's attacking undead, I think you can only get 3 of the same card dice, so I think that one's actually kind of useless to us. With our steel sword we get 2 yellow and we get 1 extra yellow for attacking undead. Yeah, it's actually useless for us, never mind. But then she gets green and yellow to attacks against undead now, so she's even better. She potentially is rolling all 6 green and yellow dice to attack. Conditionings for heavy armour, we don't have any heavy armour. Dual Savage, you're not dual wielding. Intimidation, we can spend a special action to try and terrify our enemy. It's not really helpful for this, we want to get stuck in. So yeah, the good news is she's got better strength and more health now, so she is slightly better, even betterer. So, and on to the enemy activation. So the enemy is going first this time. Let's see who is going first. Number 3, which will be this archer here, who's already deployed but he's not actually had a chance to move yet. We're just going to move him up to the open gate. So there he is, he has moved up and hidden. Onto my activation. I am tempted to take the shot with reel off, but I think I'm just going to move the Dragonborn up and draw this treasure. So let's see what this treasure chest is or does. Blank. I think it means nothing. Let me just double check. Nope, it's not empty. It is a free token, so you don't have to unlock it or break the lock. Because I have treasure hunt, I actually get 2 treasures. So first one is a potion of strength. That's not bad. And the second one is, if I can just not rip this, scroll of fear. Maybe handy if I get overwhelmed. I'll put those in the Dragonborn's inventory, and that is her turn. Actually, she's moved and opened a chest. So goes over to the adversaries. Let's see who goes first. Or goes second, first, last. 6. 6 will be. What is it? I'm going to roll for him, but once again, I'm going to assume they're just going to try and get through the gate. 3 stars for the might is attack. He needs to get closer to attack, so yeah, he's going to move up and throw up his 2-handed block. With him moved, it's over to Railoff. Now, Railoff is currently hidden, but he's going to take a shot at the skeleton there. So he gets 1 red for being hidden, and I believe again, I'm stretching over to see it, green and red for his attack dice. So let's see if he hits. If he misses or he doesn't kill, then the skeleton can potentially detect him. On a 4, that will take it down 3 points of damage, and then Dragonborn symbol. Dragonborn symbol is piercing 1. Yeah, I think 3 damage, 1 piercing. That might be too much for him. No, I'm pretty positive it is. He's only blocked 2, which means you only block 1, which at least 2 are going through. Yeah, that skeleton will be dead, and there'll be nobody left to detect Railoff. With his second action, Railoff is just going to ready up in case he gets charged next turn before he gets a chance to act himself. And then we draw a card from the event deck, and that's us for the round. So what do we get? Divine Inspiration. Choose one of your models. That model may re-roll any number of dice from its next skill or tribute test. That's quite handy. I think I'm going to give it to Railoff, so he's probably more likely to get attacked with that gate open than the Dragonborn. And it was draw 2, so 2 more enemies are coming on this turn. It will be number 4 and number 2, so that'll be 1 archer and 1 draugr. So it is my priority this turn, so I'm just going to move with the Dragonborn. Just picked up that treasure, there's nothing else here. Let's get up into the fight. So I'm going to move as close as I can up towards Railoff in the open gate, and then I'll throw up a block. So the Dragonborn there has moved as close as she can get. It's over to the enemies to see who activates this turn. It's going to be number 4, so that was the draw that just came back. He is up there. He is going to, well, let's see what he's going to do. I keep filling in the blanks myself. Some stars. Attack. So he's going to move as close as he can, aggressively, and if you can't attack, which you can't, you'll throw up a block. With the draugr moving aggressively forward, he has put himself right in range of Railoff on his reaction shot. I think he'll still get a turn. No, it means that his turn goes now, which it would do anyway. So before he gets a block up, not that it matters because 2-handed blocks are great, so I don't block ranged, but we'll ignore the block anyway. Railoff gets to attack and he gets to reroll as well, so he is definitely long range, and he's hidden. So it's the 2 reds, a green, and the white one, of course. And I get to reroll any of the dice. Any number of dice from the next skill or tribute. Okay, so if I get any blanks here, I can reroll them, which should be quite handy. He hits. I think I'm happy with that. The cross swords gives me piercing 2. I think I'm going to reroll this one to try and get more damage, because just 1 point of damage is rubbish. It's the exact same thing. So piercing, 1 goes through. I think the draugr can survive. No, I'm being silly, I can't count. Blocks nothing, he's dead. So this draugr up here is dead. So I'm taking that one back because the bow's long range, not short range, so it should be a green, a yellow and a red, not two reds. Let's see if he hits this time. I could have just cost myself a wee kill there. A fail, but I get to reroll that one. I think it says any dice, so I'm going to reroll the fail. 4, that's fine, that hits. It does 3 points of damage, and it would pierce 2. The Draugr can't block anything, so you can block 2 maximum, so that would take out the piercing, and then the other 2 are going to go through, or all one's going to go through and kill him, so he'll be dead. So that counts as Rulof's turn. With his second action, he will hide again. Well, he doesn't need to hide again, he'll ready again, so take that away and then put it back. I think I got that right, it was going to be his turn anyway. Then it's over to the adversaries, and it is number 3, which is the archer that is lagging behind his friends. He's just most likely, again, double check this, I think his things are pretty much all the same in this one. 3 stars, which is shadow move, so he's going to move as close as he can get and hide again because he'll definitely be out of line of sight. And that will end that turn. We are currently sitting at 8 victory points. There's no stamina to take off. There was, I've done it already. And then it is draw the next event card. So what happens this turn? Secret Pass, choose one friendly model, isn't staggered or incapacitated. That model may immediately move up to 6, ignoring terrain and other models. It may not end its turn in contact with an enemy or on unpassable terrain. So that is handy. I am going to use that to skip my Dragonborn a bit closer. I'll move that and we'll come back. Now, the card doesn't say that I would lose my block token, but I guess if you move you lose it anyway, so I'll take the block token off of the Dragonborn and we spawn one enemy back in. So who is going to spawn back in this turn? Number 1. Which is another skeleton archer. So the skeleton archer has been spawned up here, close to the gate as possible, but also able to get into some cover behind those barrows. And it is the adversary's turn to activate this round, so that's not what I'm doing. Who goes first? 7, that's the big boy. So what does the big boy do? He will be might. He will try and roll 2, so attacks. He's going to get his balls as close as possible, and he won't be able to get attacked, so I'm assuming he's going to put up a shield. But he's getting closer to the fray. He will sprint as well because he's aggressive, so he's going to try and get as quickly as possible. So the Draugr Overlord is actually cautious, not aggressive, so he'll move 6 and then he'll use his second action in his point of stamina to throw up a shield block just in case someone was to try and shoot him. It makes more sense actually, I guess. If he's got a shield, he's probably going to be cautious, whereas the two-handed ones are more aggressive. He'll just run in. So that's his turn. It's now over to us. What do we do here? I can't go to the gate quite yet because I've only got 8 victory points, so I would lose. So I wouldn't win. I think I'm best just letting them come to us. The Dragonborn can hide. She's in if out of line of sight. Can she hide and block? Let me just check the rulebook. Couldn't find the answer, so I'm just going to block and ready up in case someone gets close to melee, and I can chop them up. Over to the adversaries. Who goes next? 1, that will be one of the archers. That one up there. So he will. I can almost guarantee I know what he's going to do. He's going to hide behind those barrels and try and shoot either Ralof or Dragonborn. Shadow move. What do you know? I'll complete his movement. I'll come back. Now the skeleton moving up will actually activate Ralof's ready, so he will take a pot shot at him. He's in cover, so I think he gets he gets a yellow to his armour when he's in cover, that's what it is. So let's see if he can hit him. He's hidden, he's got his long range dice. That's a 3, that'll do it. 2 damage and pierces 2. That'll Oh no, he's in cover, so he could actually survive this. So, potentially. So, Pierce 2, and 3 damage. I don't know. Skeleton gets 2 for 1 for cover and 1 for his armour. Pierce 2, so it goes through and he takes damage. This skeleton is dead. And another VP for us. Realof is farming VPs and giving them all to the Dragonborn to level up. It's not fair. But isn't that really how you use companions in Skyrim? You do all the hard work and I'll level up for it. So with that will be Realof's turn. And it's the end of the round. 1 more VP score. So we're currently at 9 VPs, doing pretty well. Another 5 to go and then I can shut that gate and hopefully win the game. Unless it all goes wrong from here on. No stamina to take off, just the event card to draw. So what happens now? Disease, choose one of your models. That model must pass an endurance attribute test or receive a diseased diminishing effect card. That's not good. Endurance, the Dragonborn's 5 endurance. What should give? I think I'll do it with Realof. Again, that's what companions are for. So he is endurance 4. Let's see if he passes this or he is diseased. Nope, he is diseased. So let me look out the disease effect card, which I have here, and I'll put it under him. So here's the disease effect card, and here's how it works. For round 1 you have -1 strength and -2 endurance, and then round 2 -1, -1, then round 3 -1, then you're fine. Unless you can find like a cure disease potion or something like that in here, might be alright. But yeah, Realof is currently diseased. Let's remember that if he needs to use strength for endurance, which luckily it really doesn't yet. We'll see. And that card will also spawn 2 enemies back in. Let's see who comes back in. The archer that was just killed and another Draugr. So I'll put them up close as I can to the gate. Also notice that I would get another VP for killing an enemy before they get through the gate. So I'm just going to give myself that. That will take me up to 10 VPs and a level up for Realof. Now with his level up, Realof gets the steady hand perk, which means if I take an aimed shot, which I probably should be doing, I get a green and a yellow dice thrown into the mix as well, instead of just the regular old yellow. So that's good. I really should be using that stamina, but I've not needed it. Just killed everyone already. He's an absolute sniper back there. Right, so this is my turn, my activation. So the Dragonborn will... Dragonborn go first? Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, be really sneaky, right, is I'm going to get rid of the ready token, move the Dragonborn up in front of the gate and throw up a block. So put myself in harm's way potentially from sniper fire. Might regret this and have to run back, but it means that I'm pretty much blocking the only way through. With that's done, it's over to the enemy activation, so let's see who goes. Number 2, that is one of the skeleton archers, and yeah, of course, it's the one that's right in front of the Dragonborn. So let's see what they're going to do. I've got a funny feeling we know what they're going to do. Cross swords for Shadow is attack, so they're cautious, so they're going to get behind cover if they can and attack the Dragonborn. So the skeleton archer is going to take a shot at the Dragonborn. They're at short range, which is not good. 2 yellows and a green with a potential to pierce on a Dragonborn symbol. So let's hope we don't get that. It's a 6, goes down to a 4. They are agility free, so it's a miss. Thank God for that. Over to Realof's turn. He has spent a point of stamina to do that aimed shot that I talked about. Because he is hidden, he's actually going to get a green, a yellow and a red all added on. So a green and yellow for the aimed shot, a red for being hidden, and then he gets a green and a yellow for shooting at long range. Needing, what does he need now? 5s. So he's on 5s because he's leveled up. A critical, that's good. So 1, 2, 3, piercing 2, and the critical does something as well. Let me double check what it is. Okay, when you critical, you get to roll a black dice for even more damage. I think this skeleton could be in trouble. He's got cover, so he might have a chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, and 2 of them go through, so he can't block that. He can block at most 4 with his armour and his cover. Piercing takes 2 that way, so he can block 2, the other 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's dead. On to the enemy's activation. Let's see who goes next. 7, so it's a big boy again. Ooh, I don't think they're close enough to get to Dragonborn quite yet, but they're getting there. What will he do? Dragonborn symbol, which on might is O for objective, so objective is to get off this table. I'm going to assume he's going to do what everyone else is doing, run as close as he can get. So that terrifying Draugr Overlord has moved as close as he can get, and he's going to throw up a block as well because he can see the Dragonborn there, and that is the end of that turn. So at that end of that turn, we are sitting at 11 victory points. We're almost there, and we'll remove stamina from Relof from his aimed shot. He'll heal that back, and then we'll draw the event card and see what happens next. So, what happens next? These cards are fiddly when you look at fingernails. Roll red and distribute how many health points among your wounded models. I don't have any wounded models, that's good. And they only get 1 enemy back this turn. So who's it going to be from this belt? 2, so that'll be one of the archers going to come back as well. So it is the enemy's turn, so they will activate first. Let's see which of them it's going to be. Let's drop right up. Number 2, so the archer that just came onto the table. Let's see what he's going to do, although again I think I know what he's going to do. He's going to double source, which for Shadow is attack. So he's going to get cautiously move behind those barrels and take a shot at the Dragonborn. So the skeleton archer is going to take a shot as, I've probably should have done this before, but he's going to take an aimed shot. I guess is looking at the profiles, they would probably do that because they always do it if they can. Might have messed up that one last time. It is a 9, and even taking away the 4, it's still not good enough. The Dragonborn's fine. So on to my activation. I'm going to activate Relof, who is going to take a pot shot back at that skeleton archer up there. Why not? Because he's still hidden, he's going to get a red dice, and he's going to aim shot as well. That's what the stamina point there's for. Getting all of these magical dice. Needing 5. That's an automatic fail, so he misses, and he can't do anything else this turn, I think. Not really. Could move, but I'm not going to do it, so not Relof fluffed his first shot. Now it's back to the enemy activation. Let's see who goes next. It will be 6, which is one of the Draugr. This one here, I'll come back once I've moved him. I don't think it'll be close enough to... He won't get into combat, but he'll move up and most likely take a block. Let me just double check. Dragonborn symbol for might objective, so he's going to get as close to the objective as possible. He will sprint. Yes, he's aggressive, he will sprint. So after some frantic measuring, it looks like the Draugr will actually get into base contact with the Dragonborn on his sprint, and he'll attack with his second action. So he will get a black and a green, and he's going to power attack with his stamina. To get that, he needs freeze to hit. That's an 8, 3 away is 5, misses. Now it's the Dragonborn's turn, and she is going to return the favour. She's shedding the shield because she's attacking. She is going to spend a point of stamina to precise strike. So precise strike will give her a green dice. The steel sword she's got gives her a green and 2 yellow, and because she's attacking an undead, she gets a green and a yellow. So she's actually using maximum dice. I was right. This could be bad for the Draugr. Needs a 6 to hit. It hits alright. It will do 1, 2, 3 points of damage, and the Dragonborn symbol is restore 1 stamina. I'll just take that stamina back then. Make an enemy. What does the Draugr get to block? So he had to shield his two-handed block to defend. Yeah, I don't think he can't block free because The yellow dice only goes up to 2. So, blocks a point. Does that do anything? No. Sometimes the Dragonborn thing gives them like an extra dice to roll for their armour. Block 1 point, the other 2 go through, and he is toast. Oh, and with the Dragonborn's second action, she's just going to shield again. I was kind of tempted to run away, but no, I'm just going to shield again. So if this Draugr Overlord activates, I'll be in a much better chance of surviving. End of turn, we are up to 12 victory points, so 2 left. Let me just fix the desk. 2 left to potentially win the game. I need at least 2 more. And it flips over to my turn next. Fantastic. And event card. Let's see what happens this round. So, the way of the voice party must include at least 1 model of Dragon Shouts. Keyword, okay. It says must include 1 model of Dragon Shouts keyword, which I do, but I don't have any Dragon Shouts. I guess I would get 3 points for that. No. Let's draw another one, because I can't actually do that one. Here we go. Ancient Ridders. Place a puzzle objective token on the gaming area, no closer than 8 inches to any player controlled model. Oh, okay, that's handy. And 1 respawn. So we'll respawn. This is where we'll see who respawns first. I think there's there's plenty of dead ones. Let's see who respawns. Apologies, had to do a wee bit of shuffling there, but 1 will respawn, and it will be number 5, which is one of the Draugr. So I'll put him in, and then I'm going to put down the puzzle token. I think I said 8 inches from anyone, so let's just put it on the fountain. The fountain is a puzzle. Nobody knows where it came from. So it is my turn, and this is where it could get dicey. If I activate the Dragonborn, then any model within 6 inches, which includes that Draugr, it is that Draugr Overlord, will get to react at the end of the turn. So I'd have to make sure I kill it. I think I'll just take the chances of it coming to me though. So what I'm going to do is I'll activate Railoff, and he's going to take a long range shot at that skeleton hiding behind the cover. So Railoff will spend a point of stamina for his upgraded aimed shot, and he's looking for 5s again. He gets it, and it will do 2 damage, but piercing 2. So I think there's still a potential that the skeleton can block it, because he gets an extra yellow dice for hiding behind cover. So he blocks 1, piercing goes through, he takes the damage, and the skeleton's dead. With his second action, Railoff will spend another point of stamina to sprint over to the gate pulley lever button. I think you know what I'm trying to do here. I only need 1 more VP to win the game. In fact, no. Yes, 1 more VP to win the game. And if I get that, I can shut the gate and it'll be game over. So, next activation is for the enemy. Let's see who goes first. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so it's a Draugr Overlord. This could be dangerous. Oh no, actually, he's going to get shot in the. He's going to get shot in the gate. This could work. This could work. Let's see what he does. 3 stars for Might 1 is attack. So he's going to charge into the. Oh, try that again. He's going to charge into the Dragonborn, and he's going to attack with a power attack. Okay, so the Draugr Overlord has charged the Dragonborn, and he is going to deliver a super mega power strike. He gets quite a few dice. He gets let's see, let's check. I think we added too many. Yeah, doesn't get a black dice, thank God for that. Gets a green, 2 yellows, and gets yellow because he power strikes. His strength is 5, so he only needs a 5 or lower to potentially do in the Dragonborn. Gets a 3, so he's got it, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage potentially on the Dragonborn. So, what's the Dragonborn's armour? She's got her block up, so and take the passive yellow, or you can get rid of the block token to add a green yellow. I think I'll get rid of the block token just to. Oh, let me double check how that works. I think I've got to take a strength test with it. Let me double check. Okay, so I'm going to spend the block token to roll the green and yellow for the wooden shield. I need to get a 6 or lower, because that's what the shield is tested against. Although it says endurance, it's not, it's a strength test. So I need 6 or lower on these dice. That'll do, and I block 2 of his 4. That's a good start. And then I have to take my actual armour test then. So I block 2, 2 still go through, and I've got leather armour which is yellow. 1, so 1 point of damage goes through to me. Does he get any special abilities if he hits me? No, don't think so. So the Dragonborn has taken 1 health damage. This is going to spend 1 stamina to hit back because it is her turn. She's going to do a precise strike, which again gives us all of the dice. Banish the Wicked gives us 2, our sword gives us 2, 3, and our aim strike gives us another 1. So it gives us all the dice. We need to roll a 6 or lower. That is a critical success, and you get to heal with that one. So I'll get rid of that health point, and I've done 3 damage. So let's see if the Draugr can block any of it. So the Draugr Overlord gets 2 yellow dice plus 1 strong armour. Strong armour can't be pierced or anything like that, so he'll always have 1 block pretty much, as long as he rolls a block. So let's see what he rolls. 1 block, so blocks 1 point of damage. 2 to go through, and he is down to 2 health. And we're not finished yet, we still have 1 more enemy activation, so let's see who goes next. It is 2, so one of the skeletons is going to spawn on and do skeleton things, I guess. So skeleton's up there at the back. Let's see what he's going to do. Apologies, everything seems to be happening at the back of the table. Yeah, I could move the chair, but I'd have to like move all the lights and stuff, and that's a nightmare. So what does he do? 3 stars for Shadow Boy is move. He's going to move as close as he can get. He can't shoot at engaged modes in combat, so I think he's going to move up to those barrels and hide, as long as the Dragonborn's not within 6. I think he's fine. He'll go behind that box and hide. And with that, the turn is over. I've removed 1 point of stamina damage, or gave them back 1 point of stamina to both the Dragonborn and to Ralof. And now it's time for the last event card. I think safe to say 1 VP left. So I think this might be the last turn. So last event card. Yes, I've got 13 VPs, just for if you're keeping track. I should probably keep track. Last event card. Inspirational Bard. Place an NPC token or spare model on the board no closer than 10 inches to any of your own models. It can't be a move like Civilian. During the game, you may spend 1 VP when one of your warriors in contact with the token to increase one of your attributes by 2. Oh, this would have been great if it was the first card, not the last one. Right, I've got an NPC token. I'm just going to place him beside the fountain. So he's at the fountain singing a song about the puzzle, which is handy because then you could use that to make the puzzle easier. But doesn't matter. It is the adversary's turn, so let's see who activates first. Oh, sorry, him may come back. 1 comes back. Who's going to come back? That's 2. 1, another skeleton. I feel like this skeleton has been killed like 6 times. He's going to come back up in the corner where he usually comes back, as close to the gate as possible. And let's see who activates first. I'll shuffle this back into the pile, and then we'll see who activates. Alright, activation time. I think this might be it. Oh god, I thought that was a 7 there for a second there, I panicked. It's the skeleton archer that we're just talking about. Let's see what he is going to do. 3 stars, which again for Shadow is move. He's going to move as close as he can get to the objective. There's some cover left. I guess he's going to maybe take cover behind the objective with his pal. Let's move him. So over to me, it's my turn. I could activate the Dragonborn, try and kill the Draugr, but he's right in the road for a gate falling on his head. So Raelof is going to attempt to pull the pulley and close the gate, ending the game and giving us enough VPs to win as well. So he needs to roll a 5 or lower. Let's go. That's a 2. Raelof shuts the gate. It squishes that Draugr Overlord, giving us 1 VP, takes up to 14, and the game is over. And that's the game, guys. Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. Fantastic fun. Really enjoyed playing it. Really enjoyed building and painting the models as well, which is what it's all about. And the Delve mode is great fun for just playing a game by yourself one afternoon if you're bored like this on a Sunday, you got nothing else to do. I know I've been branching out and trying more games. It will continue. I've got a Monster Hunter video that I'm going to be making soon. The Monster Hunter board game, that is brilliant fun. I absolutely love Monster Hunter, so looking forward to getting that one done. And there are 4 scenarios for this, so I'm going to try and work through the other 3 as well as the Fallout ones and the Monster Hunter ones and the MASPG ones. I'm not abandoning Lord of the Rings, don't worry. There's more videos on the way, don't worry. If you did enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know if you want to see more of this or if there's anything else you want to see. And as always, a special huge thanks to all my patrons who I forgot about the last video and they'll never let me forget it. I'll put their names up here somewhere. Thank you guys for supporting me and making content, even when I'm making crazy random weird videos like board games. But wanted to branch out the channel a bit, try some different games rather than just bat rep, bat rep, bat rep. It will be solo bat rep, solo bat rep, solo bat rep. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see anything else. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'll see you next time.